I be in the club with the bands like I got the keyboard and the drums with me. Maybe one day, you will understand how I get it though. Man, it's everything.
You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, PoorBoySin, and the Po don't stand for Po. And I'm finally going to reveal to you guys on how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month in NBA 2K18. Before I give you guys full details on how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month, let's quickly speak about the origins of Player of the Week and Player of the Month. Player of the Week and Player of the Month started in NBA 2K17. I did not play Park 2K16. I did not play Park before 2K17. And in this image right here was the very first time I got Player of the Month on NBA 2K17 in about November. And man, what a feeling to see your name up on a leaderboard in a video game. It gives you motivation. It makes you dedicated to continue your grind and keep grinding, especially when people actually recognize your name for being on that leaderboard. So when I realized I was on the leaderboard in NBA 2K17, I realized that I didn't get a lot of games in Park. I didn't get a lot of Park games, but when I realized how the leaderboard worked and how Player of the Week and Player of the Month worked on NBA 2K17, and I figured out that you could get on the leaderboard for playing Pro-Am as well as get a lot of rep for playing Pro-Am, I took my talents to Pro-Am. As you guys can see, I played 2,100, probably 2,200 Pro-Am games to hit top rep last year on NBA 2K17. For first top rep of Old Town Flyers last year, man. And getting Player of the Week and Player of the Month last year, I want to say was way more of a grind than it is this year. Grinding Player of the Week and Player of the Month last year was a heavy grind because there was actually a ranking system last year. You actually knew who was first, who was 10th, who was 20th in your park, and as well you knew your rank out of all parks. And it made it way more competitive when grinding for top rep, grinding for the highest rep, being first to hit top rep. It made it more competitive and it made it more serious. Grinding Player of the Week and Player of the Month is just that. It's the obvious. You grind every week, you grind every month. And I think a lot of people let that big note slide past them. It's the obvious. It pretty much tells you grind every week, you're the Player of the Week. Grind every month, you're the Player of the Month. And I think a lot of top rep and high overalls got the grind confused from this year to last year. If you compare the two, because last year there was a ranking system, especially after Legend, you could still see who was number 1 in the park, who was number 5 in the park, who was number 10 in the park, as well as you could see the same rankings for your affiliates park. So actually, like I said, it gave some competitiveness to it, to where you actually want to grind to be that number 1 my park rank overall, or number 1 in Old Town, or number 3 in Old Town, number 5 in Old Town. You actually could start up a stream or do a video and show that what your rank is. You can't do that in 2K18. You can't show what your rank is. It's pretty much whoever's on the leaderboard is on whoever's on the leaderboard. So this is where I stump a lot of you kids who was talking about me like I grind all day, or I stay on this game all day because I'm on the leaderboards. Well, I'm the only one that knew how the leaderboards worked on 2K18, as well as I know that I said that I was going to give you guys information on how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month a couple of months back. But I had to sit back and I had to think to myself that if I let you guys know how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month, I'm going to be going against all of you guys to stay on the leaderboard. So I kept this information to myself all the way up until this point, as I said, to benefit myself so I could stay on the leaderboard. The whole point and whole purpose of grinding all Park 99 was solely for this leaderboard. If you haven't realized by now, the only way to get on Player of the Week and Player of the Month in NBA 2K18 is grinding Park. You cannot get on the leaderboard grinding My Career. I do not know if you can get on the leaderboard grinding Pro-Am. I do not know if you can get on the leaderboard grinding Pro-Am. I would not suggest it because it'd be impossible to stay up there. Only way to get on the leaderboard is grinding Park. So for all you My Career heads, that have been in my career, wondering why you have not gone on the leaderboard, why you can't get on the leaderboard. You can only get on the NBA 2K18 Player of the Week, Player of the Month by grinding park, y'all. And that's one of the biggest secrets to it. You got a lot of people grinding my career, grinding Pro-Am, hoping and grinding, thinking that they're going to get on the leaderboards for Player of the Week and Player of the Month. And in reality, you have to grind park. And grinding this year was really harder than last year. It was way harder than last year. The difference between this year and last year is my career rep, which made it easy for people to get rep. You know what I'm saying? Last year you actually had to go play some walk-on games, or you had to go get park games to get your rep. This year you just had to go to my career to get your rep. You didn't have to do any grinding. I mean, let's be real, y'all. I was on Player of the Week and Player of the Month when G-Sites was still grinding. That shows you how much I was grinding, and that just goes to show who the real 99 is and who the real grinder is. It's a lot of people that praise G-Sites for being number one, doing it all my career. I was on the leaderboard at the same time he was, and wasn't getting acknowledged because he was grinding in my career and I was grinding in park. Now sit back and think about that. I was on the leaderboards at the same time G-Sites was. So that's 100% fact that you can only get on the Player of the Week and Player of the Month if you're grinding park. Because if you could grind my career and get Player of the Week and Player of the Month, G-Sites would have been up there. G-Sites would have been up there the whole 2-3 months until he hit 99. And then the next person that hit 99 would have got up there, because the only way to get top rep overall player is to grind my career. That's the best way to get top rep overall player, and that's the best way to keep it, is to grind my career. As you guys can see here, 11,000 park games played, 93 win percentage. I don't care if you think I played calm throughout my grind or whatever, however you call it. I played 11,000 park games and got a 93 win percentage, regardless of who you thought I played or who you thought I played was good or not. I have a 93 win percentage, 11K park games. And mind you, let me throw this out there. My 11K park games is equivalent to somebody playing 500 Pro-Am games. Equivalent to, I didn't do the math on how many my career games, but it's a lot of people out there that grinded way more than I did. Now let's talk about the reset time. Player of the Week and Player of the Month. It's obvious. Player of the Week resets every week. Player of the Month resets every month. Now let me go into detail on when they reset. Player of the Week resets. Get your notepad out. Player of the Week resets on Sunday night, midnight, going into Monday. Get your notepad out. Eastern or Western. Going into them. So Eastern time, 3 a.m. West Side time, 12 a.m. is when Player of the Week resets. Now, Player of the Month is a tricky one. Player of the Month resets whenever the first is. So the night before going into the first is when Player of the Month resets. Now, this is another tricky thing. Regardless of whenever the first of the month is, even if it's not on a new week, whenever the Player of the Month resets, Player of the Week resets as well. So currently I am Player of the Month right now, and I most likely will be dropping this video for you guys before Player of the Week resets. But Player of the Month has about like 12-14 more days before it resets. I'm giving you guys the 2 week, 1 week and a half opportunity to lock down that Player of the Week before I think about grinding leaderboards in the next month, which I probably most likely won't. That's why I'm dropping this video, to give everybody opportunity to grind leaderboards. I have been Player of the Week and Player of the Month since November, October. I've been Player of the Week, Player of the Month since November, October, and I feel like I have milked the leaderboards for as much as I can out of it. Mind you, like I said, the whole reason for grinding all park was to keep this leaderboard. It was the only way to keep the leaderboard, and the whole point of grinding is for my YouTube channel. And the leaderboard played a big part into where my YouTube channel is today. Now let's talk about how to earn how to keep, how to lose, and best ways to keep player of the week and player of the month. Now, as like I just told you guys, player of the week resets every week, Sunday night going into Monday morning, 12 a.m. West Side time, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Player of the month resets on the 1st. Now, best ways to keep player of the week is to grind for that first 24 48 hours. I usually play for that first 24 48 hours. I play about 300 to 400 park games. I'll get 300 to 400 wins. And you guys know I streak a lot. I really rarely lost in the park. I went on mad streaks. I went on many streaks, and it resulted in me having to play less because I won so much. I could get 15 games in 1 hour. Think about that. 15 games in 1 hour. And if I'm winning them all every hour, think about that for 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, or even less. I could go on a 100-game win streak in less than 8 hours, less than 7 hours, depending on how I'm playing, how my partner is playing, how the defense is playing. But I'm gonna win. It just depends on how long the game is gonna take. So, best ways to keep player of the week is to play for that first 24 48 hours, get as many wins and as much rep as you can. As I said, you only can play park. You can only play park to keep this leaderboard. This leaderboard ain't for no non-grinders. This leaderboard is only for grinders. Please do give me my respect down in the comment section. I don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all love and hate. But you gotta respect this. 6 months on the leaderboard, all park. Play that first 24 to 48 hours to keep player of the week. Best ways to know when you're about to lose player of the week or player of the month is to keep track of your stats. It's not like last year on NBA 2K18 where it kept track of your total stats for the week and total stats for the month. It just keeps track of your average. So if you say load into the park at 3 o'clock and it says you averaging 12 points per game, and then you load back in 2 hours later and it's talking about you only averaging 5 points, or you only averaging 7 points, or only averaging half of your averages that you just saw about 2 hours ago, that means somebody is getting ready to take you off the leaderboard. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. You better still have your notepad out. If you did not stick around for this part of the video, I feel bad for you, man. I had to take a quick little, you know what I'm saying, a little water snack break. This is a long video. Now, best ways to keep player of the month, y'all. Best ways to keep player of the month is to grind for that first 7 days. Get as many wins and as much rep as possible in that first 7 days. What I did was, so like I said, I could get 15 games an hour. I could probably get 200 wins in 24 hours. So if I probably play for about 12 to 15 hours, I could get 150, 125 wins. So do the math on that. 150, 125 by 7 is what I did for the first week to secure player of the month. And I knew nobody would get as many wins and as many games as me, especially in that first week or that entire month. Only people I knew that was getting more games than me or as many games as I did was Annoying. The only person that played park and was getting as many games and wins as I could was Annoying. And I knew Annoying wasn't grinding, so I knew there was no competition. There was no competition for this leaderboard this year. I was the only one doing it. I mean, there was probably competition, people that could have took me off, but there was nobody that knew how the leaderboards worked. And I knew how the leaderboards worked from last year on 2K17, and I will shout out the first person, because the player of the week and player of the month, nobody knew when it came. Player of the week and player of the month came on an odd night random night. And Y Rob actually was the first person to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month this year on 2K18. And once I seen him get up there, man, I had to knock him off. But shout outs to Y Rob. And once I realized how it worked from last year, I knew I could secure the leaderboard throughout my entire grind. But like I said, that is best way to keep Player of the Month. Let me get back to my notes because this is not a one take Drake. This is not off the top of the head. I had to write some notes down for this. Hopefully my voice isn't going in and out on this recording because I am not gonna want to do it again. I'm gonna have to do some mods to my voice on this. But how to lose Player of the Week and Player of the Month is just simply by not playing. Like I said, if for Player of the Week, if you play in that first 24 to 48 hours, you should be good for like a day. You should be good for that next day. So say you played for enough rapping wins on Monday and Tuesday, you should be good for Wednesday, possibly Thursday. But Friday and Saturday, you might have to get back on and play for that Player of the Week. But Player of the Week, I really didn't too much care about Player of the Week because it resets every week. But like I said, nobody was in the park grinding like I was, so I knew nobody would take me off. But Player of the Month is what you actually really want to secure. Player of the Month is the most important thing to secure, and you don't want to lose that because you grind for Player of the Month, you keep the Player of the Month all month. And you could just pick and choose when you want to grind for Player of the Week, if you get what I'm saying. That's why I said if you grind for Player of the Month, you want to secure Player of the Month, grind for that go hard for that first 7 days. If you go hard for that first 7 days, you should stay on Player of the Month for the entire month. If you just, you know what I'm saying, play here and there throughout the entire month. Unless after I drop this video, you know what I'm saying, there might be somebody else out there just like you trying to secure the board as well. That's the slogan, that's the motto to the leaderboard, man. Secure the leaderboard. Secure the board, poor boy. Secure the board. You know what I'm saying? I had to secure the leaderboard, bro. I cannot get taken off the leaderboard, and I could not let nobody get up there, because if I let anybody get on the leaderboard, it would take away from me doing this video. Because as you guys can see, nobody has done a video on how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month, because nobody knows how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month. I'm the only one that knows how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month. And if anybody does a video after this video, they blatantly copying me, blatantly getting the information from me. And if they do not show me no love, no link in the description, no shout out in the video, I'm calling them out for it, because it happened to me last year. I was the only one that knew how Player of the Week and Player of the Month worked last year. You go back and look at it. I was the first person to drop a video on how to get Player of the Week and Player of the Month last year, and people tried to do video after I did a video on it. Now, I did how to lose, best ways to keep, reset time, and how to earn. I think I gave y'all enough tips on how to secure the leaderboard. This is a long video, as I said. If you did not stick around for the duration of this entire video, I feel bad for you. If you did stick around for this long, congrats to you. Get out there and grind. Go secure the leaderboard. The leaderboard guy, I started 2K18 out with 15,000 subscribers. I am about to hit 40,000 subscribers. With my grinding on 2K18 mixed with my efforts on YouTube, I got from 15K to 40K subscribers doing this, man. So anything can happen, especially when you mix your, you know what I'm saying, your dedication in with grinding and the leaderboards. My channel was dead in the summer. My channel is doing pretty okay right now. I'm happy with what my channel is doing right now. I'm happy that y'all appreciate my videos and the efforts that I do on my videos. I hope you guys continue to support and appreciate what I do on this channel, and I'm gonna continue to drop bangers for y'all, man. Now, give me some Sin Team love down in the comment section for giving you guys this information. I hope to see some of you guys' name on that leaderboard, but I am done with the leaderboard. You might see my name up there a few more times throughout the year, because I might be playing. I like basketball, I love hooping, so I might jump back up on there. But the leaderboard is for you guys for the rest of the year. I'm letting you guys have it back to back. Legend, Secured the leaderboard throughout my entire grind last year on 2K17. Secured the leaderboard throughout my entire grind on 2K18. I appreciate y'all love. I'm going to catch up with y'all on the next one. Y'all be easy. I'm out. 1.